if they were doing this perfectly legally, meaning they intercepted your email communications with legal authority because you were talking either to the Russian government, which they obviously are allowed to spy on, or to a target in the United States where you were using as an intermediary, and they learned that way that you were communicating with the Russians about the possibility of an interview with Putin, they have the legal obligation to conceal your identity and make sure that nobody knows that you were the one that was speaking to the Russians. The intelligence that they care about is that the Russians were doing something, not with whom they were speaking. So clearly, there was either a failure to hide your identity as required by law, which is illegal, or an attempt to unmask it after it was minimized, which also would be a crime, given that there's no national security justification for doing it. You know, there's something much more serious, Tucker, which is when the NSA spies on American citizens speaking to foreign nationals or foreign officials, even when it's legal, that's a very grave power. So there are real limits on what they can do with that. It is one of the gravest crimes in the U.S. Code for the NSA to leak the contents of communications that it intercepts between a foreign official and an American citizen. And I think one of the things that got overlooked is that in 2017, when General Flynn, who was in the crosshairs of the entire deep state under Obama, was speaking with Ambassador Kislyak, they leaked the contents of that communication, intercepted communications between a Russian official and the incoming national security advisor to the Washington Post. It was as grave of a crime as it gets under the U.S. Code. To this day, not only don't we know who did the leaking, no one cares because they hate General Flynn. He's not their ideology, and therefore they think it's justified. That's the reaction here. Oh, it's Tucker Carlson. He's a conservative. We don't like him, and so we don't even care if the NSA was doing this.
And I do think there is a growing authoritarian strain among left liberalism in the United States that is manifesting in things like being perfectly fine that the Trump administration throws Julian Assange in prison because Julian Assange is somebody who helped defeat Hillary Clinton and therefore he belongs in jail. That is an authoritarian, even fascist mindset.